Aloha everyone from the Big Island of Hawaii. I wanted to do a quick video on what's happening with the energy in the world right now and how we can all find peace and have peace right now through the drama of it. So one thing that I want to share with you is that the emotions that you have, they are actually a record of everything you've ever experienced in your life. And the frequencies, the emotions are frequencies. They can be measured on a frequency energetic scale. So when you are in fear, that is a very low frequency. There's nothing wrong or bad with fear, but it is a low frequency that creates certain thoughts and certain feelings and certain actions in your life. And this is a time where the media, excuse me, is really dishing out a lot of fear. And I want you to understand that you are so much more powerful than that, and that you can actually find peace and ease and love in this madness through this crazy time right now. And that's actually what you're meant to do, and that's actually what the Great Awakening is about. It's about understanding that we are in a third dimension drama storyline right now with all the things that are happening, and that the Great Awakening is an understanding that we no longer have to live in drama. We don't. We can actually move above it and start to find peace and love in our lives right now. So how do we do that, and what does that look like? Well, first, you have to understand that the feelings in your body are frequencies, and that your body becomes addicted to the frequencies, to the feelings you have every single day. So this is the work that I do. I'm a Live in a Body Love specialist, and this is the work that I take people on, is integrating their trauma so that they can find peace. And I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. But the first thing that you want to understand is the feeling you have every single day becomes an addiction in the body, becomes comfortable in the body, becomes known to the body. The body goes, oh, this is familiar. This is familiar. I know how to wake up and turn on the news and be afraid of what's happening. That's a pattern. That's why it's hard to break that morning routine, because it's actually the body literally is running you without you having to think about it. So the body goes, oh, wake up, turn on the news, go to the bathroom. Without you even thinking about it, the body's doing it. And so the body sends a signal to the brain saying, think a thought or picture a story in your mind that creates the same exact frequency, the same feeling, so I can feel it, so I can feel normal. So if you've been living in fear for months and months and months, and anxiety, that's becoming an emotional addiction in your cells of your body. And I want to give you the tools to get out of that so that you can have freedom. So this third dimension that we're in, with the stories, with relationships with each other, all of that creates drama. Like this, oh, he said, she said, and talking about other people, behind their backs, or judging what people are doing. Somebody's not wearing a mask, being afraid of them or being angry at them. That's all drama. And that is based in third dimension. But we are actually, the frequency of the planet is elevating. You can actually look that up on NASA. All the frequency in all the planets in the solar system are actually elevating. And the frequencies of our bodies are elevating. So a lot of things are breaking down so that we can move towards something new. Life is not going back to the way it was. And that's actually a really good thing. And there are things that are going to be breaking down even more, that are going to cause even more drama in the world. And you can actually have peace above that and find your balance through that, actually. And I'm going to explain how to do that in a moment. But the first thing I want to share with you is that you have to understand that your whole entire life of drama is just basically a journey that you're on for emotional expansion, to return yourself back to love, back to the one source that created everything, including this amazing Hawaii planet, Hawaii island that I live on, the Big Island. So how do you do that? How do you take that drama and trauma? Because that's what actually happens when you're in drama. Your senses, your five senses become heightened, and it literally creates a trauma in the body, an energetic, emotional kind of stuckness, like an energetic knot in the body. So if something majorly happened to you when you were younger, and then that has created trauma in your body somewhere energetically, and you actually repeat the feeling of whatever that trauma had you feel. You repeat that feeling over and over again. And that's usually, for most of us, it's I'm not good enough. There's something wrong with me. I need to fix something about myself. That's usually a lot of people that I work with have that emotional stuckness that came from something that they experienced that led them to trauma in their body emotionally. This last 8 months, 9 months, however long it's been, has definitely created trauma for all of us, including myself. And I started to get out of it when I started realizing the intensity of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so intense. And I started realizing, wow, this is the trauma that I help people through. Oh my gosh. So I started to use a thing a practice that I help other people with, and I'm going to share with you in a moment, to get myself out of it. And it was like, oh, it feels so much better. Now, when I go out, I'm feeling more grounded and more at peace than I have in months. So I want to give you that. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to notice the feeling that you're having in your body without trying to fix it or make it right or wrong or good or bad. No judgment. So if it's fear, or if it's anger, or if it's anxiety, you want to notice where it lives in your body. So for me, mine was anger, and it was living in my solar plexus. In the solar plexus area, the third energy center where your belly is actually the area of your body that relates to how you see yourself in the world and how you relate to other people. So that wasn't a surprise to me. So find whatever feeling you're having and breathe into it. Breathe into it. So as you inhale, think about your breath expanding that feeling. Now, a lot of times people are going, I don't want to expand that feeling. It's scary. But that's the thing. We want to expand that energy so it gets unstuck. So right now it's like a knot in your belly or in wherever the area of your body that it is in, and you want to get it unstuck. You want to unknot it. And the only way you can do that is by acknowledging it and by using your breath. Well, that's not the only way. There's a lot of different ways. This is the way that I use. So breathe into it, inhale all the way down into wherever it's at, and literally feel it expand through the limbs of your body. And do it again. Inhale, whatever feeling, anxiety, fear, anger, breathe into it. Inhale, expand it with your inhale. Let that feeling expand, and exhale. And start to feel that frequency going down, expanding out of your body, in your body, and out of your body into the empty space. Inhale in, and let that breath expand whatever feeling you have that's in your body. And it starts to go outside of your body. And then you start to feel it start to dissolve, start to change. That's integration. You're integrating that feeling into your body and out into the empty space that's around you. Now you have choice. Now you have choice. When before you didn't have choice. When the trauma is stuck in your body, you don't have choice to think certain things, because you're actually thinking things from the trauma in the body. So if I'm feeling anxiety or anger, I don't have choice. My thoughts and my behaviors are coming from the frequency of anger. But if I integrate that anger by using my breath to expand the anger in my body and expand it out into the field, which I'll talk about in a moment, now I have choice. Now I can choose something else. I can choose a new thought. I can choose a new feeling, because I've literally unwound that frequency that was stuck in my body. And the other thing I want to share is that you are so, so powerful. And if you've been watching my videos, I've said this before, there is enough information holographically in every single cell of your body, even like more so than the cells, because there's atoms in the cells and protons, tons and tons and tons. You have enough information holographically in the cells of your body to recreate the entire universe. It is amazing how powerful we are. And this power is not just in the body, it's in the empty space. So the empty space that's around me and that's around you, and that surrounds all your furniture and goes to all the four walls, that empty space is not empty. Joseph Campbell says that 1 cubic centimeter of that empty space could boil, if we could harness it, could boil all the oceans in the world. It's astronomically powerful. We can't even fathom it. Nassim Haramein, who is a physicist who discovered what connects us all, which is this energy field, he says that this amount of a small amount of this empty space could power all of humanity forever. I mean, that's so powerful. So when you inhale into the frequency, into the feeling of that trauma that you have, whether it's anxiety or whatever it is, and you literally inhale like you're blowing it up like a balloon, feel it going down your limbs, out into the field around you, and start to dissolve. Now you can actually start to think, what is it you want? I want peace. I want to feel that I want to feel safe. I want to feel that my family is safe. So then what you do is you find that, where does that live in your body? Where does safety live in your body? Because it lives in your body, otherwise you wouldn't feel it. Your body, the cells of your body that hold and host all of the emotions, and emotions again are frequencies. Every single feeling you have ever felt is still in your body. Your feelings are memories of your history. They're your past. Every single emotion you've ever had still is there. So you can tune into it. You can tap into it at any time you want. So right now, I want you to find, where does safety live in your body? When you feel safe and you're being held in somebody's arms, you feel safe in your house, soft music playing, candle lights on, or maybe the lights are on, or whatever makes you feel safe, maybe a bubble bath, taking a bubble bath, listening to beautiful music, whatever makes you feel safe. Where does this safety live in your body? Because it's still there. It's there right now. So find where it lives. Where does safety live in my body? Holding my pet, petting my dog. So now what I do is I feel that feeling of safety, and I start to inhale into that feeling and expand that with my breath. And I start to feel that, and I start to expand that with my breath. Just expand it with your breath. And now I start to have thoughts and behaviors from that feeling of safety. Please use this practice to support you throughout your day, because you don't have to live in anxiety and fear. The earth is changing. Our life is not going back to the way that it was. And the new earth, the new frequency of the planet, we are creating together. And we are creating a heaven on earth. And we are creating more love for each other. And we do it together. So it's not a mistake that you're here at this time in history. The energy of who you are literally is needed on the planet. The energy of exactly who you are makes a difference on the planet and in humanity. You matter right here, right now, and we need you. So breathe into the trauma. Let the trauma expand. Unknot it with your breath. And then find the feeling of safety, of peace, of love, appreciation for yourself and others. Find where that lives and expand that. And then start to live through that. I love you so much. Things are getting better. The world does need to shift. And this is the time. And you are part of that integration of love that the planet is having right now with all of the sentient beings on the planet. So much aloha to you. And thank you so much for being here at this time in history. Aloha.